am Dr. Kay Fontana, life force coach and grief recovery specialist, and I am deeply familiar with the pain of loss, having experienced many throughout my life. At just 9 years old, I lost my brother to cancer and witnessed my parents' immense grief, which was unbearable. Years later, my mother lost her battle with Alzheimer's, and then my father was diagnosed with cancer and passed away a week after his diagnosis. Most recently, in January 2023, I experienced the devastating loss of my husband and soulmate of 40 years due to multiple health issues. In between were countless other losses, including family members, friends, co-workers, beloved pets, and even finances. However, I turned my pain into my purpose and passion to share strategies to help you get through your darkest days and navigate the complexities of grief. This is the Healing Our Grieving Hearts podcast. Welcome to today's episode on navigating grief anniversaries and special dates. These moments can be particularly challenging for those dealing with loss, as they often bring back a wave of emotions and memories. Together, we'll dive into the complexities surrounding these significant dates, discuss coping strategies, and I'll share a personal story that highlights the different ways I have honored my husband. Grief can often emerge in unexpected ways, particularly when it comes to specific dates that hold special meanings. Anniversaries of a loved one's passing, birthdays, or holidays can awaken powerful memories and emotions. Even when we feel we've made progress in our healing journey, these dates can trigger a surge of feelings, reminding us of our losses. It's common to experience a blend of sadness and yearning for time spent with that person, prompting a deeper examination of our grief. Recognizing that such emotional spikes are a natural aspect of the grieving process can help individuals prepare for and navigate these challenging moments. During these significant times, the emotional experience can be complex, often encompassing a spectrum of feelings like sadness, anger, nostalgia, and even relief. Sadness naturally arises from the awareness of absence and loss, while anger may emerge directed not only at the situation, but sometimes at oneself or even the deceased. Nostalgia plays a vital role too, as recalling shared moments can bring both joy and sadness. Additionally, some may experience relief, especially if they connect the date with closure or acceptance of their grief. These moments can fluctuate rapidly, underscoring the unpredictable nature of grief and the importance of allowing oneself to embrace whatever feelings come up. Significant dates such as birthdays and anniversaries of a loved one's death hold great importance in the grieving process. These occasions can act as bittersweet markers, reminding us of the joy shared with the individual, as well as the profound loss we feel in their absence. For many, these moments evoke a combination of cherished memories and intense emotions, making them crucial points in our remembrance journey. Acknowledging the significance of such dates helps individuals accept that heightened grief is a normal response, allowing for a more compassionate understanding of their emotional reactions. People respond to these important dates in diverse ways, reflecting the unique character of each individual's grief. Some may opt to commemorate these occasions with personal rituals, like lighting candles, sharing stories with friends and family, or participating in activities that honor the deceased. Others may choose to avoid these dates entirely, preferring to distract themselves from the emotional weight they carry. No matter the choice, each response is a valid expression of grief and serves as a meaningful way to cope with the complexities of loss. Recognizing the many ways people honor or deal with these dates can also cultivate a sense of connection and understanding among those experiencing similar feelings. Common reactions to significant dates can include avoidance, celebration of life, and feelings of isolation. Avoidance may manifest as a deliberate effort to disengage from reminders of the loss, perhaps by ignoring the date or keeping busy to sidestep emotional turmoil. In contrast, many individuals choose to seize the opportunity to celebrate their loved one's life, implementing rituals that promote connection and remembrance in a positive manner. Nonetheless, it's essential to acknowledge that this time can also provoke feelings of isolation. Individuals may find it hard to relate to those who haven't shared similar experiences. By addressing these common reactions openly, we can foster a deeper understanding of the grieving process and encourage discussions about the various ways people cope with significant losses. Preparation before significant dates is important for navigating the emotional aspects of grief. One of the first steps is to take time for personal reflection, allowing yourself to identify and acknowledge any feelings that may arise when the date approaches. This could involve journaling, meditating, or even discussing your emotions with a trusted friend or family member. Additionally, creating a plan for how you want to spend the day can provide a sense of control and make the experience more manageable. Sharing your intentions and needs with loved ones is also important. Open communication can promote understanding and enable them to provide the support you're seeking during this challenging time. On the day itself, engaging in rituals or memorial activities can be deeply meaningful and comforting. Simple gestures such as lighting a candle in memory of your loved one can create a moment of reflection and connection. Alternatively, crafting a memory album filled with photos and mementos can provide a tangible way to relive cherished moments. Activities that honor your loved one's legacy, such as making donations to their favorite charity or planting a tree in their memory, can also provide a sense of purpose and promote healing. These actions can serve as a way to celebrate their life while also allowing you to process your grief more constructively. After the significant date has passed, it's essential to prioritize self care and reflect on your emotional state. Grieving doesn't end with the day itself, and taking time to check in with yourself can be beneficial. This might involve indulging in favorite activities, spending time in nature, or even practicing mindfulness techniques to help ground yourself. Reaching out for support is key. Connecting with friends, family, or support groups can promote a sense of community during a time when you feel very vulnerable. If feelings of distress persist or become overwhelming, consider professional counseling or support groups can provide a safe space to explore your emotions and find healing alongside others who understand the journey of grief. Last Tuesday marked the second anniversary of my husband's passing, a day I had been preparing for since Thanksgiving. I anticipated that it would be tough and found myself anxious to just get through it. As the date approached, I grew increasingly emotional. I had briefly considered making a third attempt to scatter some of my husband's ashes, but since the area I had in mind was affected by a major forest fire, that option was off the table. Unsure whether to choose a different location or simply stay home, I ultimately decided to stay in. On that Tuesday, it was just me and my 4.5-month-old puppy. I took to Facebook to share photos and express my gratitude for the life we had together. I cooked one of our favorite meals and played music we both loved. That evening, I journaled a letter to my husband recounting the details of my day. Did I cry? Absolutely. I spent the whole day in tears and continued for a few days after. but that's completely normal and expected. I honored him in my own way, and I feel good about that simple yet meaningful experience. Interestingly, my usually hyperactive puppy was the calmest I had seen him, and he seemed to genuinely enjoy the music I played. Grief is a deeply personal experience that varies significantly from one individual to another, shaped by factors such as cultural background, personal history, and the nature of the relationship with the deceased. Because of this diversity, it's important to validate your unique grieving process. Some individuals may openly express their emotions, sharing their feelings with friends or family, while others might adopt a more reserved approach, processing their grief internally. Additionally, cultural practices surrounding death and mourning can influence how people cope with loss. Recognizing that there's no right way to grieve encourages empathy and support among those who are navigating their own journeys, creating a space where everyone can feel understood and accepted in their experiences. Ultimately, honoring this diversity can help create a more compassionate environment, allowing individuals to feel safe in expressing their needs and emotions through their grieving process. In today's episode, we highlighted the importance of understanding grief, recognizing the significance of anniversaries, and discussing various coping strategies. It's essential to honor your own grief process and not hesitate to seek support when needed. Remember, it's perfectly okay to grieve in your own way and discover unique methods to cherish the memories of your loved ones. The mission of Healing Our Grieving Hearts is to help individuals navigate through loss and find purpose through grief recovery, energy healing, and spiritual support. For more information on how to benefit from grief healing modalities that I offer, go to my website at www.healingourgrievinghearts.com, where you can schedule a complimentary grief breakthrough session. You will also find 2 guided meditations on the media page. To follow me on Facebook, go to facebook.com/k.fontana. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Healing Our Grieving Hearts podcast. Remember, you are not alone in your grief, and your experiences and emotions are valid. Join me next Saturday at 10 a.m. Arizona time as we continue to explore the human experience and understanding grief through books. Until then, be kind to yourself.